All right. Hopefully everybody can hear me. It's not late on with the devil, by the way. I'm just wanting to make that perfectly clear. I thought I had the other House of Chayton intro with that song on here, but apparently I don't. On my phone, at least. Not streaming on my laptop, all this other stuff. So yeah. So if anybody's thinking, "Oh, it's House of Late Night with the Devil," no. I wanted to. It's late. I'm a little bored. Woman just went to sleep, so I thought about just chit chatting for a minute. I don't even expect anybody to be on here because it is, what is it? Was it 1:44 my time? So yeah. But I don't expect to be on here for too long. But I wanted to provide some updates regarding certain things going on as of late. Give my own thoughts on the matter. Um, Apparently, the lizard man exposed me very badly earlier. He just needs to learn not to remove people as mods and people from chatting on different platforms. So yeah, that was actually kind of funny. But don't worry, lizard man. I did unsubscribe from that channel. It's not funny anymore since you know the things about you. People should know who I'm referring to. Let me share this real quick. I may bounce out, so you may see me in a minute. I was sharing things. I've not done a live stream directly from my phone in a while, so but yeah. So that was the main thing that happened this today. Apparently, the lizard man streamed fucking 6 times today, and yet we have no lives. But what do you call it? But yeah, so that was an interesting day today regarding that. I mainly been spending the day cleaning. That's why I think there was a few people that streamed today. I know Brandon Martin did, but I besides Lizard Man, I think a few other people streamed. Um, and I was just busy cleaning today. I was busy just getting everything ready for when Dragon comes down this Friday. So yeah, and just a few extra things I gotta do, be like just some minor things, and then we're all set. We are all set. Um, as far as I will be doing popcorn panel later tonight because it is already Tuesday. Um, After that, I do want to do. Hey, Romanoff, how you doing? Yeah, apparently Romanoff, I was exposed by Lizard Man. He did a number on me. I don't even know how to respond to that. Six streams today, and got mad over me, but it's fucking up his chat. That'd be a lesson to not keep someone mod who you're not friends with or have blocked everywhere else. But that was kind of funny. I wasn't even expecting to be able to comment, but nonetheless. So but yeah, Wednesday I do still want to do a Silent Hill 2 stream. I may still do it. I had to change kind of maneuver plans this week. So I may still be able to do it. I may not. The main thing I had to switch over is more important. So apologies in advance. But at the end of the day, real life is more important than whatever goes on here. Let's just be real here. Um, and I do want to like outside of that, I like my goal is to try to at least try to take a step back this month, especially when it comes down to thanks like in the Thanksgiving time. December, I'm probably going to be very limited on streaming because of work. Work's going to be very hectic in December. That's why, personally, like, if I can get away with just doing popcorn panel, then that's probably what I'm going to be doing because once January hits, I'll have little bit of a free period before I have to what's what I'm looking for? Before I have to like before work picks up again right before springtime. So yeah. But there is one stream I am most likely plan on doing, and that will be probably next Monday. I gotta talk to Lennon more about that because there's this like thing that we all want to do. And so that's probably going to be the last StreamYard stream that I do. But even then, I may just, I don't know because like, I don't even know if I'll invite guests on. So like it's StreamYard, but you know, it is what it is. But I'll figure that out once it gets close to there. Um, outside of that, like this weekend's going to be pretty packed. We got a lot of different things we want to try to do. And luckily, we could try to anything we don't do this weekend, we could try to push to the following week. We got a concert we're going to on Sunday. That's going to be very fun. We got that, so that's gonna be pretty cool. That'll be next Sunday. Like instead of getting into a altercation, I will be listening to some good music from someone that I consider a childhood hero. Um, outside of that, there are things I'm gonna be doing this weekend and all this other stuff. Like this is my vacation right now. I wanted to take 2 weeks off, but wouldn't be able to. So I'm perfectly fine with the that because it will give me more time to clean and do other things. You know, just prep. Um, the other thing that I wanted to discuss, um, like I know a lot of people have been what's what I'm looking for. I've been loving the whole hashtag let me talk stuff. It's been great. It's been you know, and actually before I get into that, for those of you who do not know, there was a stream on Bio BHC Defenders channel where originally it was a video about me. I went in, he let me in. We had a discussion. Myself and him and ZTB made a peace agreement. While we're not buddies or anything like that, we have basically said not to mention the other, at least in terms of shit talking. If you need, I always say, if it's for context, I don't care. That type of stuff, because a lot of people are so intertwined with people, you know, it's kind of like, you know, it is what it is. But as far as like anything else, uh, like we're just like moving on, which I commend both ZTB and Bio for agreeing to that because at this point, like I've said this before, I really, really want to move on from a lot of things regarding this stuff. I've been trying for the last however many years. And so I've said that, you know, Everybody else fights their own battles. I am just looking out for myself in this situation. I know some people will be like, well, that's selfish, but it is what it is. It's not like, as long as my friends aren't in any danger or anything like that, I don't care. You know, it's just it's just how it is. Um, and I just want to take the channel in a more positive direction going into 2026. Um, what that will mean for Late Night with the Devil, I don't know yet. I am thinking about restructuring it for it to be more of an open forum, late night stuff. There's still maybe some chaos that happens. I am not going to sit here and say that the channel is going to move into a no drama um area. I've been at peace with the fact that the channel is going to be probably a very variety heavy show or channel where sometimes we'll just shoot the shit, sometimes things will pop off. But I'm really trying not to continuously do that and also not make as many enemies throughout that. You always have enemies. You always have people who don't like you. It is what it is. It's part of the game. I've been on here long enough to know that. So that's something that I really don't want to focus on. There are some people that they're at the point where it's going to be like an enemy for life thing, where and all that. But really, right now, I think there's only one. Other than that, everybody else, like, if we don't like each other, we just don't like each other. I know Lizard Man tries to get my attention every 5 seconds, and all that. I'm happy with the fact that even if he says, "Oh, he responded," I'm like, you did 6 streams today. I'm doing one little thing where I'm just talking about random stuff that also your name pops up, you know. And most of you probably know who I'm referring to by Lizard Man. Now, it brings me to the next thing. I like I'm very happy that the hashtag Let Me Talk has blown up the way it has. I was partially not expecting it to get that way. I've said that was some of my finest work, but I wasn't expecting it to be as popular as it has been. I have even gotten, at least, which I feel bad for them because they didn't buy the shirts, but I do know that the hashtag Let Me Talk merch on Redbubble has made like at least 2 purchases right now. And so luckily they weren't t-shirts because I need to work on those. But nonetheless, I'm very happy that that has done pretty decently so far. First time I think the Redbubble has made hey, what's up, Hank? How you doing, man? It's been a I'm happy that has done just as well. I think the last time I actually had purchases on Redbubble was the Hangman Outcast days. I'm talking the OG Hangman Outcast days. So yeah. But yeah, that's done great. And with recent events, for example, like someone or that individual who basically has become a meme. Oh, that's cool, man. Shit, I haven't seen Dawson's Creek since probably I was a kid. Fuck, that brings me back. Anyway, yeah, I do know that certain individual did bring up Jordan's brother recently, which now I can at least say that that individual can never use the stuff between me and him ever again because, well, it is what it is regarding that, But I said this in a community post. Not surprised with how he acts. I've said this is why this individual is getting the hate he's getting and getting it. I I don't feel no sympathy for him regarding this, and he's lost lot of people in the last couple of days. I even found out someone that I can't even call him the errand boy for him now because he cut him off apparently. So that's what do you call it? I can't even call him that anymore because he cut him off. That was probably the smartest decision he made. Especially if he's actually trying just to fucking do his own thing. It'd probably be best to not have someone like that around. So yeah, I just it's a self destruction of probably the only other person that has had a very bad self destruction was the Lizard Man, and the Lizard Man is in his own little world in terms of self destruction because that was more so a nuke. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy like how the over the years certain people always find a way to get back in the hate game. But one thing I always say is that people are so eagerly forgiving of certain people. I still stand by what I say regarding Lizard Man. If I find out anybody tries to make peace with that fucker, they're going to be blocked. I would even say with the other person because at this point, but yeah, you can call him that. I'm not going to say his name on here. Just say he's a very obsessed loser, if you will. Um, but um, but yeah, it's just these types of people reveal themselves eventually. Like it took longer than what I anticipated, but yeah, I'm glad a lot of people are finally seeing the light with some of these people. Like with the Lizard Man situation, I was really hoping he would actually better himself, but he didn't. The other person, I knew there was no saving nor help to benefit that person. And if that person just didn't open his mouth and all that, then I don't really think none of this would happen. It's just the idea that, fuck around and find out. This is how it is. Um, but yeah, I just everything's been some outside of the streams today, right? By Lizard Man. Everything's been peaceful. It's been nice. It's been not, but eventually something will pop off. Always does. Always does. But even if the let me talk person does make a response to being embarrassed, then I really don't. There would have to be something very heinous for that person to even get me to even make a response because, well, I've done my job. I've done my job. Same with the Lizard Man. You know, I find it hilarious. I'm always on his mind, along with other people. So it's just something that I'm not gonna make effort and time to focus on that particular thing, right? I'm not gonna be, oh yeah, I'm gonna make countless streams. I'm not gonna make countless things about it. It's just and it was funny because I forgot I was still even subscribed to his other account. Was I can't remember what I was doing. I was doing something. I think I was checking because I knew Otaku was going live, so I checked out his live and I saw the other guy was live. So I was like, okay, let me see. And I couldn't believe he still has me as a mod and also still didn't have me blocked. I was like, what the fuck? I thought that was hilarious. I think Otaku's. I left a thing in the chat for him. I would just for a moment because I wasn't on there for too long. I got to rewatch it. I think it was like 30 minutes long, so I gotta rewatch it. I didn't even know Steel Toe, the host of Steel Toe, was apparently arrested last year. Oh yeah, I agree, Nova. I agree. It's not even really a response to that. It's just like overview of what's been going on the last couple of days, whether it be on my in my life or in YouTube world, I guess. Like I always say, like, these things. But going back to actually the channel, right? Like I said, I do want to still do that Silent Hill stream on Wednesday, but things may get in the way of that. We'll see. Oh yeah. I get you, Nova. So yeah, I hope I'm still able to do that. If not, I will probably not be. I Like I said, I have a stream I'm planning on doing with Lennon and Dragon and my woman. That will be probably Monday night if I do it. After that, I really don't have anything else planned probably until January. I may have some like kind of ideas what we could be doing. I know some people have been wanting the gameplay series to return. Maybe for January I could do it. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know who the first person is, but I know who KSI is. Um, but yeah, But yeah, I do have some plans in January, or I do have some ideas in January, some suggestions people have been making of certain things they want to see or certain things they want back. But because January will be a little bit slower, so I'll be able to maybe make some more content and all that. Like I said, the only thing that I know for sure that is going to stay is shorts. Um, I'm trying to get to 300,000 overall views by the end of the year. I'm almost at 260. So I need like 40,000 more by the end of the year. Because if I could do that, that would make like the channel basically this year's become its most successful year in the channel's history, even going back to the Hangman Charlie days. Like even if you count the Hangman Charlie days, this has been the most successful year for in the channel's history, where we've had 150,000 view growth this year, and I'm trying to get to 200,000. Like it'll be like overall 300. That would be the goal. But my point is regarding that is like it would be if I can get to 300,000 by the end of the year, that would mean that the channel had a growth of over 200,000 overall views this year. So that's something I'm going for. Even if I don't get that, it's still a great what do you call it? It's still a great year for the channel as a whole. It's been a great year for me in my life. I really have no complaints. Um, sure, certain things could have been handled differently or whatnot, but it is what it is. You can't fix the past. You can just fucking find ways to correct yourself, learn from your mistakes, and move forward into the new year or whatnot. And so that's the whole point is that like I'm trying to move forward and do yeah, Nova, for sure. For sure. I could do the same to you. I don't mind that. Because yeah, I want to get back to building the community and make it stronger than ever, right? We've gotten rid of a lot of bad eggs over even this past, like this year alone, right? So it's all about rebuild, or making the community stronger and doing things that, will make our community better, make our community stronger, make our community more engaging, right? It's been a very, very roller coaster year for a lot of us. And so Yeah. And like I said, outside of like I said, I'll still be on here. You can still see me on Network 3000 doing popcorn panel. That's not going away. I'm still going to be doing that. That's not going to be something I'm going to talk to them about it because I'm going to be taking a little sabbatical for a few weeks when Dragon gets down here. But outside that, I'll be just, doing my thing. And outside of that, they're really, and then just maybe doing stuff for January. Like I said, I thought about maybe doing a another gameplay series because some people have been asking for that. And the reason why I don't do those is because I don't have the time to focus on that game from start to finish, especially depending on the game. Like if it's like Resident Evil or even Spider-Man, that could be a little bit easier to digest. I would like to do it for Resident Evil Requiem. But that one I'm gonna like have trouble with due to the fact that it's gonna be coming out around the time that I'm gonna be very busy for pretty much two and a half weeks, where I'm most likely gonna be working every day. So it's not even like I'm gonna be working a certain I'm gonna be working almost every day for 2.5 weeks. So that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna be. So I would like to get into that. I am gonna like one thing you will like around the time I think the Outcast comes back in May. The other thing we're going to be doing is streaming GTA 6, as long as that doesn't get delayed again. That for sure you could count on. Of maybe a gameplay series. I am gonna like I do have some other ideas for other stuff regarding that, but bet your ass there's going to be GTA 6 content on this channel next year. Probably the next stream I will do on here after the one I do with Dragon Linden. Probably the next stream will probably be in January. It's either going to be a Gaming with the Devil where I talk about kind of like the plans for 2026, or it'll just be as regular stream where we do that, and we'll have some plans, some suggestions. Like again, I'm always, and even some old ideas or some ideas that you haven't that maybe were had potential that you may want to try to get revived. I'm trying to get my woman to be able to do more content with me on here. Like for example, like we had some ideas of a political type show, some other stuff. We've dabbled with different ideas. It's just getting her out of her bubble. But if she can't, it is what it is. You know, Sometimes hell, it like you don't always need your woman, your significant other to be on here, but sometimes I always say a lot of these a lot of people in the community, they don't really have a woman's touch, if you will, in regards to content. Hey, what's up, man? Alone. I think you're new here, but welcome. Unless you have a different name on, because you have has the ad thing on here instead of the actual name of the channel. I still am not 100% sure if I like that or not. But yeah, give me one moment. I'm doing great. I see you've shared my streams before and all that. I Yeah, I appreciate that. Always love people spreading the good word, if you will. I'm doing great. Today was a very long day of just cleaning. Oh, okay. Yeah, both of them are good people. Uh, think last time I talked to Steve was, I think, on we were discussing Brian Absher and all that. But yeah, Steve's good people. Oh yeah, I knew who you were referring to. But Steve's good people. So is Sloppy. So I forgot he hasn't streamed in a little bit, but I think I can't remember when he's supposed to be going to Vegas. I remember I don't know. I don't know. He came back a little bit and then he disappeared again. I don't know. Like it's weird. I tried to get him on Late Night with the Devil a few times, but I guess he was too scared. Oh, he said Brian Absher is a national treasure. He's a dumb fuck, but hey, fuck. We like he is comedy gold. So I always say with some people, some people take what some of these people say like as fucking. Yeah, he was. He apparently exposed me today, which I don't even like. I think he showed the old messages between me and him from like months ago. I was talking crap about somebody, and I'm like thinking, I don't get it. Maybe from because I noticed one of his videos is no longer there. Because I had it in a playlist and and it was gone. So maybe the person that well, it could have been the Lizard Man. It could have been him that could have copyright struck that. That was unfortunate because that also had some funny moments between me and Mister Let Me Talk. But yeah, he was showing messages, and I'm like thinking, I think he showed a message from the other person who was talking shit. I'm like thinking, okay, so we talk shit about each other from time to time to YouTube people. What is that like a big shock? I don't get the exposing. He was just mad I fucked up his live chat on fucking, I think on his singing stream. It was probably him, if I'm being fair. It's one of the reasons why I never showcase any of his streams on my thing. I'm still shocked that Late Night with the Devil episode about him never got. That's a good one. I would I would actually probably say Mr. Let Me Talk. But I also would say Brian would be more game to do it. So, but like I don't know, like if the fight actually happened, unless we know unless Brian is revealed to be a kung fu master, right? I don't really tangible because like the only person I could see Brian after beating up is the Lizard Man. That's really it. Um, I've noticed recently though, like a few things that have been going on as of late, like fight, like challenging people to fight. That's been a trend recently. I've noticed. Yeah, that's the guy who like is protecting a pedophile. Yeah, yeah. What do you call it? Fucking people are like either doing videos where they're lifting tires or lifting rocks. Roar's been doing that, and then other people have been following suit. Like fucking Lizard Man lifted a rock, which I thought was kind of funny. People are working out. It's just like fuck. It's like trends are being set every 5 seconds. It feels like right now. Like I just don't like it's wild actually. And these are like, if anybody's wondering, no, I'm not going to go and pick up a rock. That's not my style, and if I'm being frank, I'm like, and no offense to anybody, but I'm no follower. I try to set my own trends. I don't try to follow others. That's why a lot of times when there's some trend, yeah, I did. Yeah, it was small. It was actually kind of funny. Um, Like I don't like, like what do you call it? Like I'm trying to think of things, right? Like things we've noticed over like the fighting thing was kind of a thing that I saw recently in the community, right? The rock thing, Roar started, right? And it's just weird, like, but yeah, no, anybody wondering, I'm not going to be picking up a rock. I just not because I can't, it's just because yeah, I don't follow trends. I set trends, I don't follow them. Like that's why when I was on TikTok, you like I was doing my own stuff. Very rarely that you saw me do some TikTok trend. Like if I could, if like I remember there was one on TikTok. I think I posted on here as well. There was one with the Backstreet Boys. The I Want It That Way, right? And like I did that video, but instead of doing the actual song, I did a version. There was a YouTube. I can't remember his name, but he does like songs like what if this artist. I know other people do it, do the same thing too, but what if this artist did this song, right? So I found the song of "What If Alice in Chains" did performed "I Want It That Way," right? So I did that, just to make it different, not make it like I'm following trends. Even if it is a trend, I try to modify it, make it my own instead of just following the herd, if you will. Yeah, and that's just it is what it is. It's just like a lot of people are doing. They're like doing a lot of wild shit. I like Roar. I will give him credit. Like he's now become the resident strongman right now with the tires and the rocks and shit. You know, I I think Roar has finally found his thing, his gimmick, if you will, on here. Call him the resident strongman. Like he doesn't look like much, but he can lift stuff. You know, And that was the thing. It was just random. It wasn't even like anybody asked him to do it, he just did it, and it was like it became a thing. But yeah. But yeah, outside of that, like I said, I still want to try to do Game with Devil on Wednesday. If I don't, then the last stream you'll probably see from this channel for the rest of the year will be next Monday. And after that, you probably won't see me again outside Popcorn Panel until the beginning of January. And like I said, I'll probably have, who knows, things could pop off and I could be, and things could get busy at work and I still won't be able to do as much. But January, I feel like I'll make a return and start doing more content again, here and there. Like I said, January, I may be doing a lot. And in February, I may be busy again, just how it is. Summertime is going, spring and summer is going to be busy for me. So it's just like, it's just things like really, if I'm being frank, my free period is probably going to be from like January to April. And that's even a stretch because even February is going to be busy and all that. And then spring's going to start up, be working a little bit more around that time. And then fucking, was it? Summertime's going to hit and I'll probably be back just being available for the Outcast and for the popcorn panel. That'll probably be the plan and all that. But I'm looking forward to what 2026 is going to bring in terms of the channel and all that other good stuff. But yeah, my goal is to try to hit 300 overall thousand views by the end of the year. Because like I said, this channel has been heavily growing in terms of overall viewership. Subscriber count has kind of went up and then it kind of is stagnant right now, which is fine. Again, as I've stated, I'm not looking for I'm not looking for like YouTube fame. If I get to 1,000 subs again, that'll be cool. But if I don't, I'm not gonna fucking lose sleep over it. And yeah, but I think that's everything I want to say because nothing much else to talk about. And I'm gonna probably just game for a little before I go to sleep. Because tomorrow outside popcorn panel, or today technically since it's Tuesday, I'll be just prepping, doing more prepping for when Dragon comes down. A few more days. I think it's like what, 3 more days now. Just crazy if you think about it. But I saw Raw tonight. It was a pretty decent show. You know what I saw. You know, I didn't watch the whole show, but looking forward to Fire Cities War Games. But again, probably use a VPN to watch it because I ain't watching it through fucking ESPN. Not paying $30 for that crap. And the road, hey, True Anonymous. And after that, I think today is when Stray comes out on PlayStation Plus, which will give me an excuse to finally play it. So that will be something. There's a few games I want to pick up within the next month or two, but I'll probably hold off and all that. I know most likely this weekend we're gonna go see The Running Man, and then the following week we're gonna see Predator Badlands. I do know that right now I think the main plans for this weekend, make a trip to Rolling Oaks Mall. I don't think Dragon's ever been there, so that will be somewhere we haven't been. We got a concert we're going to on Sunday, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. Trying to think what else there's like we my woman and I have fucking laid out like a whole echelon of different things to do. You know, we may not be able to get everything done within 2 weeks due to either work or whatever, but you know, we'll get what we can done. At the end of the day, that's all that's gonna matter. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. I think I'm going to end it here and relax before I go to bed. And I got a few things I gotta do tomorrow and all that good stuff. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching. True Anonymous, Fortune Shooters, Romanoff. The Lone, I'll say the Lone right now. Nova or Hank. And yeah. So yeah, I bid you all adieu. And I'll see you all. Like I said, hopefully I'll still be able to do the Silent Hill 2 stream this Wednesday. If anything, it may be maybe 7 instead of 6. But if anything, I'll just make a community post about it, let everybody know what's going to happen. There is one more old Outcast video that's going to be popping up on Thursday, so I hope you all like that. And outside of that, that's about it. So yeah, check out the Popcorn Pail podcast. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be discussing the movie Knocked Up for Victor's birthday pick. And yeah, I think we got the Human Centipede at the end of the month. So it's gonna be interesting. That'll be my birthday pick. So we'll see. We'll see if Victor can get through that and get into part 2 next year. So yeah. But yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna get going. Y'all take care. And ta-ta for now.